Reading to your child as a baby doesn't help them become a good reader. Hi, I'm Lydia. I'm a dyslexia interventionist. It's my job to help parents like you figure this out. Here's why it doesn't work, and here's why it matters. First, it doesn't work because reading is not natural. There's actually decades of documented research that shows that reading is not a natural process, meaning there's no part of our brain that's designed to do it. So we have to be taught how to do it. Why that matters. You would think that our school systems would be teaching kids how to read, but actually what we're using in most US classrooms is something called balanced literacy. Balanced literacy is simply about exposing children to lots of words and written text, hoping that they will spontaneously pick it up. But you know that doesn't work because you've been reading to your child every day since they were born, and they're still not reading very well. You also have noticed this with the flashcards, the sight word flashcards that you've been over and over and over and over again, and everybody leaves in tears. That's because we do not spontaneously pick reading up based on exposure. So when kids are struggling with reading, what do, right? I'm sitting here saying practicing more doesn't help, and that's only halfway true, right? It's how you practice that matters. So if a child is struggling with reading, it's not about simply practicing more, doing more flashcards, that kind of thing. It's about teaching them in a totally different way. That's called Orton-Gillingham reading intervention. Orton-Gillingham is research-based. It is best practices for dyslexic readers. It's best practices for struggling readers. It's actually best practices for everyone. And it doesn't assume that reading is natural, meaning we're not just asking them to memorize a bunch of words on a flashcard. The point I'm really making here is that their struggle with reading is not because you did something wrong. It's not because you failed them as a mom or a dad. It's not because they're not trying. It's not because they're lazy. It's not because they're not smart. It's because they have never been taught to read the way they need to be taught. Keep your head up, and if your child is struggling, follow along and schedule a consultation because they can learn to read, and I can show you how.